Check, check. All right, that's good to go. Welcome, everybody, to the R2Deepu show. I am the guy. I'm R2Deepu, a touch of the tizzy and not much rizzy, with my co-host, the ID. What's up, man?
How you doing, my brother? Been a while now.
I know it's been, last time I recorded was April 18th, and I can't even tell you. It feels like it's been years since I've last seen you.
Man, for real, it has. It has.
You were just down in New Orleans, right? Down in New Orleans?
Yeah, I went down there to show a friend New Orleans. She'd never been, so we had like 4 days to go check it out. It was the first weekend of Jazz Fest. We didn't do that. One thing that's great about going during Jazz Fest, but not actually going to that, is that you get all the music and like a certain group of people that go to see Jazz Fest, and it makes the place very lively. And so yeah, it was great. It was great to get back and see everything, and see some of my old friends from New Orleans at the Windsor Court there, and I got to live there for about 6 years, and there's something about living in a place that just, you go and you visit it, that's great. But actually living there and doing the day-to-day grind and whatever. And I'll tell you what, man, there's something about, like, it's like no other place, man. New Orleans, it's unreal. It's just not, and even going to visit it for, any amount of time, you just go, you know what, this is it's weird. It's like, it's almost like an anomaly. It's weird to have a place that's so drastically different from like America.
It is a very unique place culturally. The Cajun accent, just the swamp people.
Oh man, the South. I mean, it's funny because I had a
hold on, your audio's crazy right now. Hold on, let's take a break for a second because the dog, the bell.
Hold on, I've got somebody ringing the doorbell.
Yeah, take care of that. Take care of that. Jesus Christ. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. Hang on. Over and just start from where we were.
I took us to break.
Yeah, why don't we just delete that first spot and we'll just start over again and we can go into the same
Listen,
thing.
we're
whatever.
recording live to tape. We can. My editor knows that when there's a graphic, we're good. We're good. He can skip ahead. All right, welcome back, man. So you were reminiscing about New Orleans. Sounds like you had a great trip. You know, you have some connections with the place. I think beignets are overrated, but let's move on. I think
Fast take.
beignets. Yeah, I think beignets and standing around drunk people, drunk fat white people, is not the best.
No, okay. Oh, I know it. I get it, man. I do. I do. And I'm
Is
not, I
Disneyland
mean,
for adults?
once you've had beignets once, you're good. You got to go to Cafe Du Monde and just and do it one time where they put literally it's like diabetes, just like the amount of powdered sugar that they put on there. It's unreal. I'm like, I don't even, yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's
it's
unreal,
fun.
but
It's
it's
French.
you got
It's
to do it,
indulgent.
you know. And the thing, you know what, the thing that's great about New Orleans too is that yeah, that's part of it, but it almost isn't in a way. Like it's not even Mardi Gras. I tell people you got to go to Mardi Gras, and they're like, "What?" And I go, "No, no, no, no. Like, look, all Mardi Gras truly is a system of parades that go through the city. Like the French Quarter, that's not where Mardi Gras is. Like, yeah, everybody goes there at night to party and whatever because it's Mardi Gras, but that's not where they actually do Mardi Gras. And Mardi Gras is actually a system of parades that goes for the majority of the month. and it's like
The
they have
majority of the
family.
month. I thought it was
Yeah,
one day.
it's because it's during the Catholic holidays, during Lent and all this. So they
Interesting.
have all these different you have all these different crews that have their different parades, whether it's Endymion, whether it's Comus, there's a bunch, and each
Okay.
one does a certain thing, has certain floats. They have things called throws, and each crew has different, like there's one crew that throws high heel shoes, there's one that throws cabbages,
Okay.
there's
All right.
different things. So yeah, what it really is, you're not even in the quarter. Like where I lived, there's a street called St. Charles, which is a major street through there. That's where the streetcar runs. They shut down the streetcars, and the neutral ground, the middle ground, becomes this camping, barbecuing. I mean, people are out there for like weeks,
Hmm.
just barbecue tents and just everything. Yeah, it's unreal. It's fun, man. It really is. You got to check it out.
Is it
Seriously.
still fun, or was that the old days? Is it still like that?
Well, no. Because it's like the same thing every year. Like there's even family cruise where, I mean, here's the thing, like you almost suspend the rules of what you're doing. So there's kids out there. I mean, it's a 24-hour thing. Like 2 in the morning, there's people out there. Part 3 in the morning, there's kids out. There's like Mardi Gras. It's just a different thing. So you're
All
just out there
right.
having a good
All
time,
right. All right.
having
We
your
got you.
drinks.
You're,
Yeah.
you're you're talking about this too respectfully, and I'm looking for a comedy angle. Get to the boobs part. Where do I see these yonkers? How do I see these chest hams in New Orleans?
Yes. Yeah, no, then you go to Bourbon Street. You go to
Thank
Bourbon
you.
Street late, people start having too many drinks, and then
Okay.
the whole thing is that
What's
that's
my
how you
best?
get beads.
Yeah.
People will have beads and they'll be up on these balconies, and then you're down on the street level, and so if you
Mm-hmm.
just give them a shake, then people throw beads at you, and the whole point is that's like it's like a rite of passage in a way. You go there, you get your beads, shake your titties around, there you go. That's all you gotta do. It's fine, you know?
Yeah. I mean, as a purveyor of many of commercials featuring girls gone wild, I've seen this many a time.
Oh, and they go wild because the drinks down there, and they go get a hurricane, which is just 10 different kinds of booze in a thing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm on my 3rd hurricane." I'm like, "Whoa, like, just get in a taxi now, headed home."
Yeah, you can't consent to blinking right now,
Yeah,
probably.
he's gonna have to drag you to your front door somehow. Like, that's how this night's gonna end. So
Jesus. Ooh, I can't really do the sugary drinks. I can't, it's too much, man.
no, and
It's
that's good
diabetes in a
because
glass.
that's where you are fucked. The sugary ones,
The
no.
hangover on that,
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ, right? And just and just the
Yeah.
vomitus that just you strafe everyone, including family.
Yeah. Scattershot. Yeah, I mean the barf back can almost taste like one of those firecracker popsicles if you think about it just right, but
Well, I go, you
with
know
a
what? The
twist.
moment the moment that I feel like pineapple juice is added to it, you're it's over for you. You might as
Yeah,
well just like, yeah, pray to God. It's time travel time.
for
Yeah.
sure. It's turf.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're back home in Austin-ish. You're north of Austin, right? That's
Yeah.
good. I've been in Staten Island the whole time. I've been barbecuing. I bought a barbecue
Yes,
smoker.
tell me about this, man. Like I hadn't heard from you because you told me you were going to be investigating meats. I was
Dude.
like, that
Yeah.
sounds great, man.
I
Like,
f-
good
I'll
for you.
I'll find any reason to blow off my friends. And this time it was the wonder of good barbecue. No, I
All
mean,
right. So
listen,
what have you done? What have you made on it?
I made beef ribs so far. I've done
Ooh.
tons of chicken. I've been experimenting with pizzas as well.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a vertical smoker. It's not offset. So, I mean, offset is huge. You need it, it's only
No
indirect
doubt.
heat.
Yeah.
But vertical is like you got the fire right there. So I've been experimenting with like putting a pizza like kind of right above the fire and like seeing how it reacts, trying to achieve coal fire pizza at home. And I've gotten close, and then I've had some fuck ups, but that's been the project as of late. I want to be that
Right
guy.
on, man. Right on. Beef
And
ribs too. That's like, how did those turn out?
those are great because those can take a beating. Those you don't need to like wrap those halfway through and then throw them or anything. You can just throw those in there, 250, let's say 4 to 8
You like
hours.
season them up?
Say it again.
Did you season them up? Like put some sort
Feed
of
them. Oh
like
yeah, I did.
season?
Yeah, I did a rub on them to start.
Okay.
I mean, I wait, no, I did a dry age first. What I did was I trimmed a little bit of it, left it in my fridge for a few days on a rack, wire rack. Put some salt and pepper on it. Just kind of let the moisture draw out. I was trying to get that dry age flavor, right? In retrospect, still it was a little too salty, so maybe I do the dry age without the salt next time. Just a personal note. But yeah, did the dry age stack, trim the fat on it, and then did a rub, put it in at 250, and then let it ride. You never
Nice.
open that smoker door, man. That's the trick. If you are looking, you're not cooking.
Oh no shit.
That's what they say, man. There's a lot of wisdom in the barbecue pit YouTube videos out there.
Oh my God, right? Like there's no one in sight to every guy with like his rib tips, right? Like, here's what you do. Like when I was learning how to cook steaks,
Mm-hmm.
man, like there's a steak graveyard for me. There's at least 10 to 12 steaks that didn't make it that were just, I'm like, oh my God, man, I made a fucking sandal or something. It's like so it took a minute for me to learn how to do those. Now I'm awesome. But
But what about the tougher
no,
cuts? Like it doesn't. Okay, so if you're cooking on a
yeah.
pan, you can do the tougher cuts too, like a tri-tip, like a
Yeah,
brisket.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, so there's some that depending on where it comes from, you don't want to, you either want to start, like a lot of people will throw their steak in the oven for a little while and
Interesting.
then they throw it on a super hot skillet to get kind of your branding on the top or your Caesar or whatever you want to call that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I stick to kind of a certain area, like a certain area of steaks. I don't like it's something that's too thick. I honestly don't want to spend the time to cook a piece of meat that's so thick. So honestly, when I go to the store, I'm more like economically minded. For me, a New York strip is
Oh,
is
that's heaven.
is that's perfect for me. Why? Because I can it's it's only about this thick. It's not thin, but it's not like a porterhouse. It's at a good thickness. It's a certain length, and it's a nice like midway. It like is it the most like tender cut on the cow? No, but I'm also not paying like $28
Hmm.
for a steak like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. So I go to the store. I get New York strips for like $6 to $10.
I'm so jealous.
It's
Dude, beef.
perfect, man. I put it on with either beef tallow or some nice butter. I gotta try ghee. I'm not sure what that even is, but I gotta try that because people say that's pretty awesome.
Oh well,
But
let me tell you all about it. If you're on the phone with the right guy, my friend,
oh, okay. What's that stuff?
it's an Indian thing.
Ghee is?
Did you at least know that?
No.
I used to be so not scared of ghee, but I used to hate the smell of ghee because my house would be filled with the smell of ghee. It's clarified butter. It's butter that has been cooking in a pot, and then the milk solids rise to the top, and you skim those off, and then you are just left with the clear butter fat, and that does not have a burning point. Like it's not gonna start putting off black smoke
Oh,
on the stovetop or anything. So clarified butter, it's a high temp oil. Isn't that interesting?
interesting. What's its I mean, does it add a flavor or anything to it? Is there just a
Butter
cooking?
flavor. It's butter flavored.
Butter fat.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's butter fat. You can cook at a high temp because usually you know how you can if you have a ripping hot pan, throw some butter in there, it's gonna burn, right? You
Yeah,
can't. You're pretty much worthless.
right.
But not the case with ghee. So I guess my mom was right about the butter. I used to hate the smell of it, but now all the hipsters are talking about it, and now I'm back on board. See how that works? See how the appropriation brings me back because I'm
These
such a
freaking
hack?
hipsters, man, they come along and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
start fucking with things. And
They run
then,
their little makeshift
6 months
temple.
later, you're going,
Yeah, hey,
That
listen,
wasn't a bad idea.
why am I buying ghee from a white guy in Vermont? Next thing you know, they've some guy who worked on an Amish country now owns the ghee industry because you slept.
Well, man, I didn't know about all these other ones, and then the more that I watched, like, How to Cook a Steak, I watched that Gordon, that Gordon Ramsay guy that's always,
Do you
like,
want, you
pissed
sound
off
like
and
such a
throws.
boomer when you say it like that. You know this Gordon Ramsay fella? Oh, he's a real angry
No
guy. I
one's
can't
ever
believe
heard
it.
of him. Come on. Right? And he's like, "Here's how you cook a steak," right? And I'm just like, "Okay, I'll do it that way." He's
Yeah.
like, if you don't flip it after like 200, like 2 minutes and 28 seconds, then he's like, and you're watching the clock, and he's looking, and there's no sound. He's just looking at you, and I'm sitting there like with my steak, and I'm like, I'm doing it, guy. Like, I know it's a video, but I still feel like he's somehow watching this right now. Like, my phone's gonna ring, and he's gonna be like, "For the bloody fucking hell, guys, come on, you bloody Americans, you can't. I put a timer on here."
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I would totally feel like he's watching me cook at home.
Could you imagine if that was your boss and anything that just like after he tells you once, he immediately just goes to like 10 on the scale, and you're just like, whoa.
I mean, I feel like I've had some people like that. Maybe not Gordon Ram. I think Gordon Ramsay's a special level of boss like that. But I deal with some New York crazy people.
I need his stuff. I mean, I'm not, like,
Yeah,
but
I
okay,
wouldn't go to
wait,
his
no,
restaurant
wait.
for sure.
Would you eat Okay, if Gordo Ramsay came to you and he was like, "All right, look, I've made a special dish for you, and you're gonna love it, but it's raccoon."
Ooh, good question.
So if Gordon Ramsay made you a raccoon plate, would you eat it?
Fantastic question. Can I ask more questions about the raccoon, or is just
Yeah, no, like, come on, fill it in.
was it sourced from organically? Was
I
it
mean, it
sourced
was
from?
sourced from, yes, actually, it was sourced organically. Yes. Okay. This raccoon was crawling into a trash can when it was sourced. So,
Yeah. Yeah, sourced organically. A human being grabbed it with his bare hands and brought it inside organically.
right? That's where you get a raccoon these days. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to go to the forest to find a raccoon? They don't live there, homeboy. They're over on like Second Avenue between like Rivington and Canal. That's where
Yeah.
they're at.
Yeah. If you're farming for them, just wait till trash night in East Village with a net and you can catch
No,
like
you know
10
what
of
was
them.
unreal? When I lived in Portland, Oregon, they were everywhere there. And one time I thought I heard this noise. I thought it was a cat, and then this giant ass thing with the tail. I'm like, whoa, that's not a cat. Hi. So okay, but would you do it though? If Gordo Ramsay had a raccoon plate for you,
Oh. Um if it was a raccoon from the wilderness, yes. If it was from the city, no. Final answer. I have my boundaries, man. I mean, I have wild turkeys walking around here. Do I want to eat one of those? I don't think so.
yes. Have you seen how big and fat those Staten Island turkeys? Oh my god, that thing would be so awesome at Thanksgiving because they're not afraid of anything. So they just been eating and just, oh my god, you Staten Island turkey.
They have gotten
That's
fat.
that's your new black market fucking item right there. Okay, you just take down like 10 of them, so you're not affecting the biosphere, whatever the fuck. Homie, that thing's feeding how many? Like, those things are big.
They're pretty good size, but nobody's eating them. I feel like everyone, like the word's out. They're diseased. You know they're
No,
no
and
good.
they're always hanging out at the cemeteries too. That was the thing I noticed. Every cemetery I drove by in Staten Island, I'm going,
Hmm.
damn, but that's where all the nice grass is and it's peaceful. And
Oh, I thought they were just goth birds,
I tell you,
but
if
I guess
COVID
not.
comes around again, all of a sudden that population's going to decline just a bit, I'm thinking.
No, I mean the way things are going right now, those turkeys' days are numbered.
Telling you, it's protein, right?
There's protein. I'm gonna like.
Although I feel like turkey is like the one that everyone like. Okay, around Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas or whatever, that's big. But I feel like turkey is forgotten the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's big cold cut meat, but out. Yeah, on the bone, largely neglected. Largely neglected. I
Unless
do.
you go to a carnival where you get to see Americans turn into like the third world country people that they like. I watch like you can get a turkey. I've never gotten one, but I've seen people that
I've
get
gotten
a
one before.
turkey leg
Yeah.
and it's like this big, and they give it to them on like a little tiny doily. And then you see these people, and they're just, "Ugh," and their faces covered in just, and I'm just like, yo, like, what?
One of the lesser good carnival treats, I would say. There's never any flavor on it. It's just a dry, bland turkey leg. Looks better than it tastes.
It looks like you could use it for self defense afterward. It's a big ass bone.
It's big
I'm,
ass bone. It's true.
yeah. I don't have to tell you what that is, homeboy.
Yeah, I know all about the turkeys. I have problems with the turkeys because the turkeys and I we get in each other's way. Let's say I almost hit them with my car. They make me look uncool in front of women. So whatever. They cock block me all the time. I remember I brought a girl home to an apartment building and I'm pulling it off. She's home. Like, we're about to come up, and then she goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I look for it, and there's a turkey in front of in front of the apartment building, and I had to explain, like, "Oh yeah, there's turkeys there," and she's like, "Ugh." So it was like, "God damn it."
I mean, really, you want what the fuck is that to come a little later in your date when you're up in the
Yeah,
room, your pants come off. There you go.
yeah, yeah. That's what you want to hear when you disrobe.
Yes. Well, no, I mean, like, what the? I've never seen something so beautiful in my life that wants to pleasure me. That's the version I was going for.
Oh well, you always know how to save the egos of your good friends. So that's good. Oh
Shit.
shit. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave a trail of turkey
Should we
food.
segue away from turkey onto other things?
We could, or we can milk this bone dry for the next hour. Who's with me?
No, man. Most of the time, it's a dry meat, man. Let's bobble on. What's been piquing your interest lately in the world or the news or whatever?
Oh fuck. You want to talk about current events? It's so nice to not talk about current events, honestly,
No,
because
we can talk about non-current events. All
you know.
right, I got something we could talk about.
Yeah, sure. Go. Let's hear it.
So I've got this thing. I don't know. I feel like there's this similar accent that is going on with most women. It's been happening for a while now, but it's this kind of like, oh my god, like
The
I'm
dip.
just so you know what I mean, like that kind of
Yeah, it's like
situation.
Kardashian. It's Kardashian-esque, I think.
Yeah, but it's continued for a while now. And then I thought, well, so what if that was just the style of language, but you were still an educated person? Like, could you give a TED talk and be like a professor of physics, and then you come out on stage and you're like, so the other night I was thinking about physics and how it relates. Because Mars, it's so the distance between the molecular makeup of, and you're just going,
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. Like, it's like, and then finally I was like, oh my God, there's like things under the pyramids. And it's like, oh my God.
right, and it's so, and I mean, she's still like a master's degree in physics, and she's still
Sure. Yeah.
like laying down all the amazing, and you're like, okay, well, the information is there, but like the person I'm not expecting this person to like.
Well, I could say with confidence, as someone who watches a lot of science lectures, works for people and women in science, none of them sound like that, which is like the greatest blessing. So like when you hear that voice, you know she's not a scientist. I think you just go ahead and take it to the bank.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Could there be one?
there, could there be one? I mean, in the movie Legally Blonde, yeah, that
They're
exists.
like, she's like, we received a signal from Jupiter, and it's really strange. Just like the striations that were occurring, and in the duress matter of the original signal. And I was speaking to Kai Hendley over in India over at their space program, and he
Hmm.
was just very confused.
I feel like this shuttle's playing hard to get right now. It's like, I don't know,
Right?
come back home.
I keep doing the calculations, and it's just that they're not. It's just not happening. I don't know.
why why are we so off course? Where is it going?
Oh my god, hang on. Let me call Katy Perry. I mean, she was in space recently. Maybe she knows. Hang on.
Yeah, she's pretty one with the atmosphere.
That poor thing. Like, has
Yeah.
she gone into hiding yet? She's just like, oh Jesus Christ, is there a day that can happen where they're not making fun of me?
Dude, I saw a video soon after that. She was at a concert. Like, she's got to get back to work. She doesn't even have time.
She's like, fuck this, man.
She doesn't
I'm
have
doing what
time.
I'm doing.
She looks so tired and like she's going through the motions and like I don't know, she's kind of just fatigued. I feel terrible for her actually. Like this
Well, she
poor
just got
woman.
back from space as an astronaut, bro.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't that really take a toll on your body all those years in space? I know. To get so used to
The
back to it again
how many
that's gonna work.
seconds was that she was in? What's 10 minutes in seconds again?
Listen, no problem. I don't want to look for. I'm not looking to start a gender war here. So, I think we all know. We all saw the same thing. I don't
Yeah,
see
that was some
any. I don't
funny
see any
shit.
like hardcore feminists really going to bat for what took place on that flight.
You know
So
what? You know what I want to say about news these days is that I feel like we've entered this era now where there's nothing in the like every day that I look at it, I go, okay, there's like what Trump's doing, all right, and there's like south of the border, and but there's it's so dry out there. I'm going, there's like, where's this? Like, Epstein's become boring. Like there's no, it's like crickets out there. I feel like neither side has anything really. And I don't know if that's bad, or if just we're like back at more of a normal, like it was so tabloid before that maybe that's what we got used to, and now we're back down to like, hey, just go to work, and you know what I mean, go to work, come home, have dinner, and go to bed. Like,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I don't know. You're saying there's less news. I feel like it's like nonstop. There's more news than ever. India just attacked Pakistan today.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, I didn't see that. Wait, what the hell did they do that for? Wait, I mean, I
it,
know they never really got along, but what's
they've had a long issue. They've had a long history of fighting over central territory in the past, starting since 1940. There have been some small terroristic attacks back and forth. Nothing pretty, of course, it's always said. And now there seems to be some major escalation going on there.
well,
So,
how did they attack? Like, what kind of attack was it?
um, I mean, in recent history, there was someone that walked through a village with a rifle and just like massacred everyone that was Hindu and not Muslim and
Oh
stuff
well,
like
they
that.
do that here at universities, so that's kind of
No, they
safe.
don't. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. They don't do
Oh
that
well,
here. I mean, I know it's a joke you were making, but it's not an accurate joke,
what
honestly.
is it? What they do?
In universities here, they do nothing here. They just go into tents and like, this is their summer of love. Like this is just their party of the anyway. Not sure what to say about that. But yeah, I mean there's plenty going on, man. There's tariff talk. There's talk of empty shelves by June. What are you talking about, dog?
Empty shelves by June? Empty
Yeah,
shelves of
have you
what?
not heard that? Have you not heard that at all?
No.
Yeah, dude. Port of Seattle is has had a huge reduction in imports coming in. Port of LA, same thing. It's going to be bedlam by many people's. It's going to be bedlam by many people's estimation.
Oh, you mean what? Like a smaller number of Chinese goods coming in?
See, I love how on board you are with it, and I am too. I am too. I'm not against it. When people talk about
Homie,
how,
all I need is some groceries. As long as that's happening, I think we'll be all right.
yeah, you and I are single guys, so like we will be very adaptable. It's tougher on families. It's tougher on others. Tougher on the elderly. Tougher on
Yeah, but
kids.
what's coming from China that they're gonna need?
We need
I think
cheap
Mex
tchotchkes.
I think Mexico is the bigger challenge
A
for
lot of
us right
produce.
now.
Yep,
Because
for
like,
sure.
look, America and Mexico, we're linked. It ain't like whatever we don't have here will come from there. I mean,
Hmm.
it's like I look at like all the vegetables and all the different things and where they come from, and so many of our things. The reason that we're able to get things year round is because they come from Argentina or South America or whatever. So
Yeah.
honestly, as long as south of our border, as long as we're mitigating that, I don't know.
You don't know if
I mean,
China's
I'm
gonna
trying to think
affect.
of like in my life or in the life of like any average person. Like, I'm wondering, okay, what Chinese thing would we
Yeah.
not?
I mean,
I
there's
mean,
countless
is there
examples.
not a version of it that's not made somewhere else as well?
I mean, you're literally using it to talk to me right now. We have
This
phones
thing?
made. Yeah, the laptops, the phones. It's all made over there. You're not gonna get that from Mexico.
Oh man, I'm using an Acer. It better have been made around here somewhere, man.
What are you talking about?
Better have
Oh,
been made by some brown people, or I'm not going to be happy.
we. It's definitely not made here. Anyway, okay. So I'm with you. I think America is a little bit more resilient than we are given credit for. I think we could go a little while without all of our favorite plastic tchotchkes at bottom dollar. If you ever needed any sort of plastic tchotchkes, you better order them now. Get it out of the way, because you might not get it for a while. I actually ordered a bunch of technical equipment, because I might need it. I got a tripod. I got like nice wireless microphones, some
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
what
that.
about Japan? Don't they make anything anymore?
It's not as much. Not as much. It's not the manufacturing powerhouse that China is or was. But they're suffering too. That's the most interesting part about it. Like there's so much counter narrative and narrative about who's doing well from this.
Well, I just saw today like a headline that whatever was happening has changed, and China like gave us a call and said, "Hey, why don't we figure some shit out?" So
Exactly. Yes. So if that's true, that could be, but that if that's not propaganda, and that's a big if, doesn't that prove that Trump was kind of like he pulled off the gangster move? He got China to blink. He got China
no,
to
and
come
he
to the table.
also like I don't know the thing. I don't know.
Let it out.
I was never worried about it, and the reason for that was because look, America and China, for whatever like negative things have happened, so much of our economies are linked with these two countries. So like whatever Trump did or whatnot was I don't see him doing something in a way that was not going to be successful for us in the long run. So I think he just bided his time and waited him out and said, we've got this imbalance. Why don't we kind of equalize it a little? Who knows? Like, I'm not an economics guy per se, but I
I
just
don't
have
think
to.
Trump is either, but he's very good instinctually, and I understand. I think I understand Trump's position. Part of Trump's position is that he cannot telegraph exactly how he wants to do things. So part of the strategy is that he has to get where he wants to get in a very crazy, chaotic fashion, very abrupt moves, very. He has to. It's almost like drunken style kung fu.
Yeah.
It's all you have to do everything like kind of counterintuitively. So I trust the man. Uh, I let the man cook, and
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
with
we
him.
have to, huh?
We pretty much don't have a choice. I mean, we could start a revolution and try and stop him, but I mean,
Well, but I've also been thinking about like, like the previous administration and what they did versus what's happened here.
people have forgotten so quickly how shitty the last system was and the road we were going down.
Yeah.
And I hear criticisms now from friends and stuff. It's like, oh, look how terrible things are going, and it's like, yeah, but things were going to be bad the other way in a different way, and I was so much more done with that way
Yeah.
than
I mean,
open to
God, we
trying
were,
this.
yeah, it's,
I was done with comedy in general in the world of Kamala Harris. Like if that party won and that regime took over, they would have policed the funny out of life completely. And
Oh
I
yeah,
would
yeah. It's interesting how people forget like where, where we were. It's this is and the thing is it's not like what's happening now is not just a reversal of previous things, but it's kind of a reversal in getting us back to I think a more even playing field. So
think about the
I go,
basic.
you know what, man, like
Yeah.
things will, and it's not like okay, it's not like things got any worse or things got but like I don't know. I look around and I go, I don't see that anything's gotten any better. Um, I don't
But
see
hold
that
on.
things have gotten any worse though. I mean, better as far as not. I don't see as far better as far as like tangible yet, but I know
Mhm.
it'll happen. Like I know what I read, and I agree with what I like what I'm reading, and it's like, yeah, let's get those fuckers, let's get them out of here, let's get this country back to like a more equal balance, that sort of thing, and the different things that are going on. So, um,
Yeah. So there's a criticism that he's acting like a king a little bit, and he's to he's moving very quickly, executive orders. I'm fine with it. I know it's kind of crazy. Let the man cook. I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
know what to
executive
say.
order. I mean, every president's done that executive orders. He's done a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that in order for him to do, he has to get a lot of other people to say, yeah, that sounds good too.
Yeah.
So I just feel like with every hurdle that he comes across, there's it goes to like a court or it goes to somebody that judges it, and they go, yeah, okay, you know what, shit, you're all right, you're straight, let's do this. So we'll see what happens. As far as like, what I'm wondering is what's do you think that like late night shows and stuff like do you think they're gonna go away? Because I kind of wonder, like, I don't know the ratings, but I kind of want to know. Like, does anybody watch Fallon? Does anybody watch does anybody watch Kimmel? I always wondered if anyone watched that fucking guy. Who's watching him? I figured Fallon would have to be in front because it's a Tonight Show, it's the brand. And then
Two great questions. I haven't
you have
seen.
Colbert, who just, as far as I can tell, like I used to love Colbert, and then Homeboy just went so like far left. I'm like, homie, where did you go? Like you were great once, like
Who? Who are you talking about?
Colbert.
Oh yeah, Colbert was a patriot at one point. He was an
Yeah,
American hero, and then
yeah,
he totally sold out.
yeah. So I
Okay,
just kind of wonder. I go like, how long? I kind of wonder because I feel like network TV. It's they're still going to do what they're going to do, and of course, you still have people that watch those kind of things. But I wonder at some point whether some of it will go away just due to the lack of viewership because of so many other options.
dude, they have to. I mean, it might be just kept alive just because of corporate arrogance. Like, oh, we don't want the brand to
Like
die.
you'll
We
always have a Tonight Show and a Late Show just because you got to.
Yeah, some boomer said so in some
Yeah.
skyscraper. Yeah, but that's the only reason young people don't give a fuck. They don't have the attention span to sit through a monologue. Are you kidding me? They're gonna hear one old timey joke. They're gonna say next and pull up
Does
their phone
Fallon
and they're out.
even does Fallon like do they do monologues still?
Probably. I don't watch them. Are you kidding me?
I don't even yeah.
All right, so I have some numbers here. Thank you, AI, Grok, Twitter. Okay, so viewership. Colbert, 2.5 million total viewers.
What is that
Uh,
like per night?
uh, Average 2.5 per night.
I mean, that's not bad. It's pretty good.
Dude, 330 million people in the country. That's okay. And then Kimmel, 1.5 total million viewers average.
Really?
Yeah. And then Fallon at 1.136.
The Tonight Show's in last place with Fallon. I mean,
Yeah, I mean Fallon's the least funny. He's the
and he's a
most drunk.
giggly goofball. Like I just go,
Yeah.
dude, like who picked this guy?
Well, I mean, he's a doormat. He's not going to start a fight. He's not going to raise his hand for Palestine.
Right.
He's just here for the check. And he reads the joke. He points to the band. The band's great, and he. and then he crawls back into his bottle of Hennessy or whatever he does. Real sad actually. Greg Gutfeld, the Fox News late night host, has 3 million viewers a night. So
What?
he's doing
More
twice
people
as good.
watch Gutfield than all those other guys?
Yes, more than Colbert as well. More than Colbert. I mean,
Wow.
that makes sense. There's only one show for the right side, and it's a more consistent audience.
Yeah.
And Gutfield's funny, so you know and they're just they're more in control of the situation. And then late night with Seth Meyers, 600,000 viewers a night.
Who like he was a writer for SNL or something, right? Is
Yeah, he
that
was a cast member and writer, something like that. Funny enough, dude. But I mean, I guess it's late night. That starts at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. I mean, these are institutions. I mean, there are kids that pull
okay?
better
Wait,
numbers.
can you
Quick
look up
quick point
Saturday
here,
Night Live?
for sure. But just a quick point here: there are kids who are playing video games pulling better numbers than this. Individuals like a guy who's a 12-year-old who's really good at Madden and talking shit dwarfs
Like on their
achieving
Twitch account or whatever the hell?
exactly the Twitch and then the highlights to whatever. Like these boomers are cooked. They are
Well,
done.
they're watching some kid play a video game rather
Yeah.
than watch this variety show with all sorts of shit. That's crazy.
Well, the video game's more visually enticing than late night TV show. It's just
I
like
mean,
colors,
yeah,
explosions,
no doubt.
guns.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of those. Right, there's a couple that I watched that were they're always like military ones. There was this one where it's like World War II and this, and I watched this guy just run through and play this game, running through all this German shit. I was like,
Hmm.
dude, this is fascinating, man. This is cool.
Okay, viewership for Saturday Night Live in its 50th season vary by episode. Here's a breakdown. Let's see. Live same day, 5 million. Live plus 7 days, 7.3 million. So around,
Wow, really?
yeah, no, Saturday Night Live, I mean, it makes sense to me. It's a bigger show, a little bit better reputation. It's a big entertainment production. Is yeah, I guess so.
But what is okay? So what is Saturday Night Live viewership versus any like average streaming show?
You mean like on Netflix or something or
Yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to base like whether 7 million or 5 million, if that's a big number, versus like anything that someone that other people are watching on that given night. Like,
how about this? How about average number of downloads per Joe Rogan episode?
or even like whatever they're watching on a streaming thing, like whatever series or
You gotta give me an example, or we can move on. I don't know. You want to watch like how many people watch Friends? I'm sure that's a big number. I'm sure they're all watching Friends. Anyone who
well, no, I
watches,
don't know. Like, and I guess streaming numbers really aren't available. That'd be a fun thing to know, but Netflix, I guess, doesn't release that stuff.
yeah. Oh, by the way, Netflix just took a huge hit in the stock market this week because they put a huge tariff on foreign film.
Oh, that's right. But okay, let me ask you this: why would Trump give a shit about trying to help Hollywood?
He's not helping Hollywood. He may be quelching the foreign propaganda coming in, or at least trying to make some money off of it.
Oh, and media is like, oh, he's helping. That's just a byproduct of it.
Well, what are you talking about? What's the byproduct?
Well, no, because the headlines that I've seen is that the reason for these tariffs is because Hollywood needs help because they're in decline, and that was
Sure.
the reason why he did it.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, that's a good strategy, I suppose. Hollywood needs all the help they can get. I don't think Hollywood's got a chance, though. I think it's done.
It ain't China that's the I don't it's not China that's hurting Hollywood.
No, I don't think China is hurting Hollywood.
I think it's okay.
It's just social media, man. It's just people are done with. Uh,
With
well, first of
movies,
all,
like long form movie type stuff.
and this was just a discussion I saw today. Like, it's expensive to go out to the movies, man. Like, at least in New York City, it's
Yeah.
at least $15 a ticket. If you're on the lame part of town, if you're in the cool part of town, easily 25. and then you want popcorn, soda, overpriced, candy, overpriced. It's not, and for a movie that's gonna lecture you about how you suck, it's like you know, it's
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. I won't even like I was thinking about like what I would go to the big screen to see. And I don't know of any branding or any.
there's a couple. I would see the Dune movies. I've seen the Dune movies in theaters. Those are great. Uh,
Okay, big screen epic. Okay,
Hell yeah,
sure.
big screen epic. The
Yeah.
ones that still exist that aren't like pandery or whatever. Totally. A great action movie, Top Gun Maverick. I would totally
Ah,
watch in
okay.
theaters. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
If
but
Star Trek was still good, I'd probably go see that, I like a big
exactly.
screen, like big screen type movie. I would do if Costner's next Horizon movie, the Western, if that's like a big screen movie. So if that got put on the big screen, I'd go see that. But
Sure,
that's
for
my
sure.
guy. But yeah, I don't because I'm burnt on like I could give a shit about superheroes anymore. I just don't care,
All this, I think we're all in agreement on that.
you
We're
know.
over it.
And I saw a couple of just when I thought that like the Alien franchise was over forever, I saw a couple little clips from this Alien Romulus, and I go, "Yo, here we go!" Like that thing got took in a whole. It wasn't part of like they went and did it, and it wasn't a part of the like Alien whatever the hell. It's just a completely separate movie,
Interesting.
and some of the different alien combinations that they came up with in that movie, I go, okay, like I would have.
But do you need to see that in a movie theater, or can you not wait until like you just play it on your TV at home?
Oh man,
You know what I
see
mean? Like if
see
you just
that
if you just
dude
wait
movie.
3 years, if you just wait 3 years and just then you could just watch all the free movies that become free from 3 years ago as they come
That's the
out.
thing, man.
So
I think movie theaters, like, I think they're either finished or you're just gonna have one in a place or something because like, okay, movie going to the movies, at least for people that like my generation grew up like in the era of movies.
mine too, a little bit.
So we had like movie stars. We had people
Yep.
that we thought were amazing. And so like for me, there was a few different people like Tom Cruise, I would go see his stuff, or Costner, I'd go see his stuff, or Tom Hanks or whatever, depending.
Call me a fruit cup. I loved George Clooney.
Fucking it, bro. From Dusk Till Dawn, man. I saw that in the movie theater like 17 times. I kept taking my friends. I was like, dude, you got to see this movie.
I
Like,
love Syriana. I don't even care that it's propaganda. Just
that was a great, no, it was great.
he looks so
You know,
handsome in that sandy backdrop.
and did he not, right, with his stubble and
Oh,
everything? It's like,
so
George,
dreamy. So dreamy.
make love to me in the sand. It'll be gritty, but I'll take it. But
Yeah.
no, we and it's like the a few generations past me, the movie star doesn't exist, and now there's so many shows that I see things and they're like, this person did this, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then I
Hmm.
look them up, and they're like, they're on this show, and I'm like, what fucking show is that? Because it's on Hulu or it's on some shit that I don't watch, and I'm like, okay, this person's important, but they're not. You know what I like? It's so
Way unimportant.
overwhelmed now that there's
Hmm.
no like literally the guys that we have left as of now, once they go, there's no one to replace them. Who are the movie stars of today? Maybe Miles Teller.
It's the big personalities on Instagram now. Like there are people that were doing comedy skits in delis that are becoming bigger than movie stars. I can pull up examples, but like I think you believe me.
Yeah, like how I
That's how it
mean,
is.
yeah, however it goes. And
They
it's
are the
weird.
ones taking over the walkway at the Oscars and they're getting their photographs taken at the Emmys and they're wearing the fancy dresses. It's about everyday people now. Like
Well,
people that you watch
so
like
do you
reacting to stuff.
so do you think that at some point, I mean, I don't know if it's in the American market because all these other markets that have lagged behind us are now finding their footing.
Hmm.
I wonder if in America the long form movie kind of goes away, You know, I mean, they're still gonna make them, but it's you have to become very economical because you go, you know what? Like, it's not like I'm gonna make a bunch of movies or a bunch of money from this, rather, from this thing, depending on how you stream it or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, like
Well,
even the ways you get paid on things are even strange. So I don't know. It's a weird thing here. Like China, they're gonna continue to make like these huge big blockbuster movies because they have a giant country that can, pay to support that whole thing. But I don't know, I kinda wonder here, you know? There's so many other options now. And then Netflix will just go out and make their own movie, put it on their own platform, they don't give a shit about anyone else, and a ton of people get to see it. So, everyone's doing that. Amazon,
you
you
know,
get
it's so funny. You're talking about all these things that all these options you have now. I'm just waiting for them to come up with a machine that you can like strap yourself to and like you make your own movie in your head and then it gets recorded and then other people can watch it. That's what I'm waiting
Wow.
for.
Really? So I could be like Homeboy in Days of Thunder driving that stock car and, like, I'm Tom Cruise now?
Oh, well, you could do that too. That's more like VR simulation of your favorite fantasies. That's separate. That'll totally be a thing. That's already a thing. You know, pornography with the VR glasses and like, oh, the chick's right there. Um,
Whoa, really? Hey, man, I haven't gotten into this yet. I'm saving it.
yeah, yeah. Save it, save it. It's gonna be good. We can share a set when I grab one.
All right.
All right, just make sure we'll make sure we clean up. But no, I mean VR thing. But no, what I'm talking about is being able to make movies just by like plugging your brain into a computer and thinking it.
Damn. I
Uh,
mean, you can almost do that with AI right now by just texting, by
yeah, if
just
you have a good enough prompt, if you have good AI, you know you're paying for all the right license. Yeah, you can definitely whip up some magic. If only I understood those things more. Um, yeah, but incredible. It's an incredible thing. Anyway, how long have we been going for? I feel a little tired, a little sleepless under the eyes here. Are we going to hour 8? Wait, no, not hour 8. We were chilling off stream for like 15 minutes. Anyway, any other stories you want to cover, my friend here? Anything else you want to cover?
No, man. I think this was good to get back into it, man. We'll our next one we'll get into some, we'll have it mapped out a little better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, I've been swamped, I've been mobbed, but hey, listen, we got to go live for the people. They got to enjoy a little taste of the ID and myself. So, with that said, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Be sure to hit like and sub, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Thank you,
Peace.
brother.
Peace. All right, hang on. I'm gonna take us off.